Hello guys and welcome to Wolf Nation, my name is Mo, and today we're going to watch Death Note episode 33. So last time guys on Death Note. So yeah, last episode was a good episode. We got like a backstory into Mikami and how like even when he was a kid he used to stand up against bully, all the way to middle school and high school, and how he wanted justice, and he eventually became a prosecutor, and during, I think it was high school or middle school, one of them, his mom, seeing that he was getting beaten all the time, was telling him like, what are you trying to prove? You're not going to accomplish anything, you need to stop. And that's when he didn't see his mom as on his side anymore, and he was happy when she died, because she died in a car accident along with these bullies in the classroom, and he said that they deserve to die, even his mom. So anyways, after that he started hearing about these deaths that are happening to criminals, and he was wondering like if it was coincidence, was God doing it, because he felt like those are the bad people. And then eventually he got the Death Note because he was attending Kira rallies and talking to Takada. So when he got Death Note, he was like, God has chosen me, yada yada yada. But what I loved about last episode is, even though I'm not rooting for Light, we can see how much Mikami and Light were on the same page without even talking to each other. Mikami saw that they need a new spokesman, and he chose Takada, who was actually Light's ex-girlfriend in college. She's a true believer in Kira, and she, worships him. So now she's the new spokesperson. At first Light was nervous, and well, not nervous, but he was like, this isn't a good idea, because obviously, they suspect him being Kira, and now his ex-girlfriend is the spokesperson from Kira. But the rest of the members of the task force were like, Light wouldn't choose, his ex, that's too reckless, so actually worked in his benefit. So obviously Light wanted to talk to her, but they wanted to listen into the conversation, which he agreed to, and he met with her, put on the charm, and right at the right moment again, Mikami, he called her, and then he asked to speak with Light, and he had him say that he's Kira, or they heard that Kira was on the phone. So once again, they got like confirmation, or sort of confirmation, that he's not Kira, and they agreed to remove all the bugs and surveillance in the room. So afterwards, Light was able to speak freely with her and tell her that he is Kira, and she just went through the roof, even more obsessed with him, or she wasn't obsessed, but even more in love with him. So he also told Mikami that you don't need to know who I am, and Mikami agreed. So right now Light has pretty much a new team. So I wonder if Nier, because it looks like Nier's working with Mello, or Mello's working with Nier. So are they going to be able to do anything? What is Light's next step? One way to find out, guys. Let's dive into it. Here we go.
It's my turn to go to Japan. Commander Rester.
See what you got.
Yes.
I'm afraid I need you to return to New York
far, haven't been
immediately.
impressed.
Right now?
Yes, I'm intending to go to Japan.
All right. So you would like me to stay in New York while you're gone?
Not at all.
Then what's the point of me coming back there?
Truth is, I've never made travel arrangements or boarded a flight on my own before. That's why I need you to come back, so you can escort me.
Understood.
We got him! Both Yoshida Productions and NHN are practically begging us now. The great Misa Misa comeback plan was a huge success.
These days, it's nearly impossible for anyone to get into NHN, but this'll get us full access.
Yeah, that's right. Mogi will be gaining entry as Misa's manager. It'll definitely be to our advantage to have someone who can go in and out freely. In the meantime, I'll continue investigating
Still
Takeda.
suspects.
This is Nier. I want to speak to El.
This is L. What is it you want from us?
I'm following through with my goal to arrest Kira, and that's why I'm in Japan now.
He's in Japan? Why tell me? He's up to something.
L, I presume you've already contacted Takada for the purposes of your own investigation?
Huh? That's right. In fact, I'm investigating her myself at the moment.
I see. For the time being, it's a given that if we want to get any closer to capturing Kira, we'll have to keep an eye on Kiyomi Takada and NHN in general. I want you to pass on a message. Inform her that as of now, several SPK members have entered Japan in order to catch and arrest Kira.
But why do that?
To lure Kira out of hiding. I also want you to mention the following to her so she'll relay it to Kira. In total, there are only 4 active members of the SPK. That includes myself. Kira won't be able to resist such an opportunity. Knowing him, he won't run. Instead, he'll try to kill us before we get too close. And that's where I'll beat him at his own game.
Beat me at my own game, huh?
I don't think so.
If that's how you want it, I'll accept your challenge.
I am
You
in
can
Japan
prove me
as we
wrong,
speak.
but
I am in Japan as well.
Then we'll be quite close to each other. Who knows? We might even have the chance to meet face to face.
I hope so. And when we meet, we'll find out which of us is truly prepared to win, and whose wits will prevail. When that happens, this long battle will end, and I can finally begin my reign at the top.
First, let's review what we know so far. L is Light Yagami, and he's also Kira. For now, we'll call him L Kira. There's also another one, someone who has the notebook and is currently using it. We'll call him X Kira. Judging by the pattern of X Kira's killings, he has definitely made the deal and acquired the Shinigami eyes.
So he
L
did.
Kira and X Kira can't communicate directly.
Makes sense, his
They
eyes
must
is
be
right.
planning to communicate using Takada as a go-between. So, given the situation
Smart,
as it
he
now
figured that
stands,
out.
there are 2 ways to win against Kira. One, the simple way. We arrange to kill both L Kira and X Kira, and confiscate the notebook.
You don't even know who
However, no
X-Kira
matter
is.
what might happen, we will never resort to that.
Why not?
That's not the way we work, Commander.
We, sir?
Yes, that's right. We kill those 2 and the murders stop. Such ex post facto justification will not be tolerated. That's not the way Elle and I do things. Because that would be an insult.
It wasn't L
Don't forget, Elle entrusted this
willing
case to those who came after him.
to kill.
This is kind of boring listening to audio only without any video feed.
I think you should look through them, even if they are just letters from fans.
You're right.
Well, it's audio. Only.
Keep calm as you read this note and the ones that follow. Make sure not to let
I
the
wonder
people
why
listening
they
to this conversation hear your
Put
reactions.
in some, surveillance.
The SPK has started to make its move. You have to start thinking about your safety, instead of only accepting messages from Kira. Maybe you should consider making a few demands of your own.
Oh, Light's getting down to business.
You shouldn't only be a spokesperson. Your voice should be heard as well. Reach out to Kira. Tell him what you think he needs to know.
Okay, what kind of message is he passing on to her?
I have a different job for T. In order to create the perfect world that Kira has envisioned, I want you to begin judging and punishing people as Kira. It's all right, Kiyomi. I have faith in you. It's gonna be okay. If you can do this, I'm sure you'll be able to send Kira information
Oh, damn.
that you don't want the SPK to know about.
But do they have an extra death note?
I'll do it.
We nailed it.
That's our Light for you.
Yes?
I have an important message for you. You are to send me a fan letter that I'll be able to recognize as yours. You will also enclose something else in the envelope.
Paper.
5 blank pages from the
Okay.
notebook.
So you're just gonna give.
Carry on with your judgments and killings as usual until I receive the letter and the pages.
And how about after you receive them?
You have to stop using the real notebook. However, you must continue entering names in a fake notebook.
A fake?
That's right. Make a notebook that looks as close to the original as possible. And act as if you're killing people by using this decoy.
I understand.
God, what are you planning? No, it's not my place to question God. His will is absolute.
What is he planning though? Is
My
he
job is to do what God wishes.
thinking that Mikami's gonna get caught?
Today, Miss Takara will introduce her 4 new female bodyguards who were selected after a rigorous screening process.
Bodyguards?
The first is the winner of the 22nd World Karate Championships, Miss Tatsumi Oyama. The second is a former CIA agent, Miss Hal Lidner.
Looks familiar.
If there's an SPK member among these bodyguards, it
It's
would
the
have to
blonde
be
one.
Hal Lidner. Looks like Nier's conducting his own investigation of
Wasn't
Takeda.
that blonde girl with
The
SPK?
phantom killer who stabbed 6 people in Shinjuku's busy quarters was
Who
apprehended.
would I choose to be ex-Kira? Out of all the people in the world.
Educating our children about the existence of Kira and the meaning of his teachings
He has
must be
been
made
keeping low
mandatory.
profile, so I
Above
don't know
all,
how near
we
she
must
can
teach
catch
our
him.
children that Kira is good.
Takeda was chosen because she's a strong supporter of Kira. So... that means ex-Kira must be someone who knew that Takeda was a Kira worshipper. Someone who had a close, intimate relationship with her before her selection.
I'd like to hear Kira's voice. I want to hear his thoughts once again. We should follow his teachings, exactly as Kira ordered. To me, it's obviously the quickest path to lasting world peace. Youth have a responsibility. I think it is of the utmost importance that young people do all they can to contribute. It's our duty to improve our society. If there are no
That
words
doesn't
or
really
orders
prove
from
that he had
Kira,
a
then we
close,
have only
intimate
one choice.
relationship with
We
her,
need
so-
to think for ourselves. We need to consider what Kira has taught us, determine what he wants most, and make our own decisions from there.
El Kira is Light Yagami. Could ex-Kira be Teru Mikami?
Kiyomi Takada.
Calm down, girls.
What an idiot! She doesn't even realize that Light's just using her for his investigation.
Don't say that. You might end up dead if she hears you.
Duh, I know that. That's why I whispered it quietly. Hey! She snickered at me! I'm gonna go kick her!
Oh, hang on!
What were you trying to do?
What was I doing? What about you?
She's definitely that lady from
Lidner,
SPK.
that young lady is actually a very good friend of mine. Please, you shouldn't be so rough with her.
Of course, Miss Takada. Please, excuse me.
Misa. Are you alright?
That was so frustrating!
What is it?
I have a question regarding surveillance for Elle and Takada's meetings. Are you recording both audio and video feeds of their conversations?
No. Only an audio feed right now.
I see. Only wiretaps at the moment. How interesting. Thank you very much.
I wonder why, if he still
If they're only
suspects
using
him, why not
wiretaps,
use
then it's safe to assume that El Kira and Ex Kira have found a way to contact each other through Takada.
Well, about Mikami, it's strange. It's ridiculously easy to trail him. He's not trying to hide or anything. He's lived at the same place the past 4 years. There's nothing unusual about him. He also
Pretty
seems to be
smart,
totally
so I
dedicated
wonder.
to his career as a prosecutor. I'm beginning to think he can't be ex-Kira.
No, there is a very high probability that Mikami is ex-Kira. Please be very careful.
Don't enter his room yet. Just keep watch over him for now.
Takada would like to have dinner with you this evening, just the two of you.
That Kiyomi. What's she up to? Good idea. The music festival's MC. Should have dinner with the main performer at least once. Tell her, okay.
Will she somehow come clean to her, or
Well,
is she trying
what
to
is it?
accomplish here?
I'm not really sure how to answer a question like that. So, Light must be pretty busy. How do you two manage?
Why, you? She knows that I can't see him that much, while she can be with him all the time. How dare she? Things are great between us. Light is way more affectionate than he looks, at least with me. In fact, he starts clinging to me as soon as he gets in the door every night.
She does not believe that.
It sounds like you're doing well. Thank goodness.
Yes, actually. I should probably tell you since you are
Has she
the
just
MC.
invited her to dinner
I'm
because
going to
she's
announce
jealous
my
as well?
engagement to Light at the Pop Music Festival.
Does he know about this?
Of course he does. It's an engagement. It's not as if I can get engaged to myself. He proposed to me more than a month ago. It was so romantic.
Oh, she is pissed.
Maybe you're gonna get Kira to kill me.
Of course not. Only Kira can decide who he's going to punish. I have nothing to do with his decisions. Besides, I've always thought of you as a good friend, Misa. You shouldn't say such terrible things.
Start judging.
Anyway, I don't have any intention of killing anyone, no matter how horrible they might be.
Well, whatever. I used to really like Kira too, you know. But I know for sure that Light's gonna catch him soon. Oh, yeah. Once he gets caught, it'll be nothing but bad news for him. And as for you, you'll probably be executed.
Miss Takada, are you all right?
She's laughing.
Miss Amane.
Yes?
I find this unpleasant.
Oh yeah? I feel the same!
Obviously, this was a bad idea. I should have waited until you grew up and learned a few manners before I invited you to dinner. I suppose I'll know better next time. Goodbye.
Oh! I'm older than you, Kiyomi. And anyways, you're being childish for storming out in the middle of dinner over a silly little comment!
What was the point of this?
Are you okay?
Of course I am. I won after all.
Won?
Yeah, it was easy.
Just talked about Light Yagami. If you read between the lines, they were arguing over which one was his lover.
Your thoughts?
All I can determine is this. Light Yagami is popular with the ladies. And we know that Takada and Amane both adore him.
Nier, please be serious about this.
It is serious if they're both truly in love with him. They will not easily betray him. In fact, they'll likely do whatever he asks.
Okay, obvious.
Come on now, lady. I mean, wearing a short skirt like that in the winter, it's an invitation.
Please,
someone! See, people like that actually deserve what's coming to them.
A cell phone.
Mikami's just taking out a notebook.
This is his plan, but what is he trying to accomplish?
He's writing something in it. Could that be it? He's getting off the train.
It wasn't the real notebook, I'm sure, because it's telling him to use a decoy, but... confused. So guys, that was Death Note episode 33. So, didn't really understand that ending right there. I know that Light told Mikami to make a fake Death Note, and he gave Takada a few pages. But on the subway, he knew he was being followed, I'm sure, because obviously he's smart. But he wrote down that guy's name, and then he died. The guy that was harassing that girl. But if he told him to use a decoy, then how did he die? Did, like, he arranged it somehow? Or did he know that Takada was gonna judge him and he just was following that guy? Or did he, like, take a page of the real Death Note and put in the fake one? I'm not sure. We had that weird dinner between Misa and Takada. They both truly love him, but it's sad because, well, unfortunately for both of them, Light is pretty much just using him to further his own gain and, you know, to help himself as Kira. I really don't think he cares about any of them. It's worse definitely for Misa because he doesn't really need her right now, and she doesn't have memories of the Death Note, so she's pretty much out of the loop and looks like she's just grasping at straws, like saying that she's gonna announce the you know, the engagement, and I feel bad for her. And once he's done with Takeda, it's game over for her as well, but she's pretty smart, so I don't see how there'll come a point like she's no longer needed, so we'll see. Don't know why. Well, come to think of it, I was wondering, like, why did he want her to get like a couple of pages? He's at 5 pages, the death note, and start judging people. I guess he wanted, or I guess he assumed that Nier was gonna catch Mikami. That's why he wanted him to have a fake death note and her to have a few pages of the, you know, real death note, to start judging people while he's captured, to prove that he's not, you know, the second Kira. That can make sense. But what did he do with the real death note? That's the question. But yeah, Nier, he came to Japan and he's investigating. You put it, you know, I don't know. I just don't know how to feel about Nier, because it's probably not his fault. It's just after L, and he's supposed to be the, you know, the next in line, the successor. I'm like expecting so much from him, but maybe my expectations are too high. He still has time to impress me, but right now he figured out a couple things, which is pretty good. But like him saying, "Oh, two of them love him," and meaning that they're gonna do anything for him. No shit. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I wonder what Melo's doing. Is he still helping him, or he's doing his own thing? What's going on there? Also, I found it a little strange that they didn't put surveillance in the room with the meeting between Light and Takeda. I know they heard her say Kira over the phone, but obviously they still suspect him, so I don't know why they wouldn't put surveillance, not just audio. But yeah, it's gonna be a pretty interesting to see next episode who's gonna come on top. They're both, you know, trying to outsmart the other. Definitely looks like Light is in head right now. Nier still has a, you know, chance to surprise us. Don't know how it's gonna go. I'm definitely looking forward to it. So guys, if you want to see the next one, you can right now on patreon.com. Link is in the description. But as always, hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Till next time, guys. Take it easy.